Hi, it's Becky from Bubble Scribe. Thanks for joining me. We are doing week 5 pin. It's 5 weeks of this challenge, so I'm very excited to keep going with this. This pin I think is probably one of the most versatile pins layouts that I've created so far this year. And I'm saying that because it could be one page, it could be a 2-page spread, and you'll see different positions or ways to position it. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the examples, some of the ways that you can use it in your own scrapbook for your own memories. And then I will show you how to create it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments, and thanks for watching. All right, so this is the first example I did of this pin or this layout. And what you'll notice here is this is a 1/2 inch wavy border. You can position them here like this, so it sort of looks like the middle continues from one page to the next. Or put it on the top, so it looks like the waves continue. Or switch it around to the bottom. So those are, let's see, 1, 2, 3 different ways that you can do this. And you can also, if you're using the 2-sided paper, flip. So this is all one sheet for both spreads. And I just flipped this to the other side. Let me show you another example. And here is another example of the same pin. You'll notice that again, you have the top pieces. This is one sheet of paper, and you'll see this is dark pink on one side, and then the lighter pink is on the other side. So not only can you switch out the waves, but you can switch out the top and the bottom pieces as well. Or you can switch out these pieces to flip to the other side. So those are several different ways that you can use this pin. And next we'll take a look at how to create one of the pages using a double-sided piece of paper. All right, so for this example, I am going to do a 2-page spread. So I have 2 pieces of white cardstock. You could also use your base pages. And I am going to use this double-sided purple paper. The one thing I noticed when I did my other examples is if there is a directional. So for this one, it looks like most of the half circles or the rainbows are all going left to right or up and down. So that is something you want to consider, because you don't want to cut across and break up the rainbows, or maybe you want to for your page, but just something to consider. I am going to hold it this way whenever I cut, so that this is on the top and it is going left to right. Other tools you'll need, your repositionable tape. If you're using that, it might also be good to have the silicone mat. That is entirely up to you. We also have our decorative trimmer, and we are going to be using the wavy blade. So this is the swell. We're going to focus here on the wavy, and your 12-inch trimmer. And we are going to use the straight blade for that. So let's get started. So you can put off to the side your cardstock. You're going to keep your paper out. And our first cut is going to be at the 1 inch. So I am actually going to try to, please excuse us for a minute. I'm going to focus in on that ruler. So one thing whenever you use this decorative trimmer, you want to make sure to move the paper down 1/4 inch or 1 square from the top and the bottom. So that will give you the best cut for your paper. So pushing down, and there is your first piece. Now here's another decision you wanted to make, is whether you want to use the 1/4 inch mark and do a smaller one. So that'll give us a cut like this pink. Or if you want to do a thicker one, that's a 1/2 inch. So for these, I think I'm gonna do the 1/4 inch and keep it universal there. So there's 1/4 inch. And again, make sure that you move it down to that 1 square in and that first block right after the cut line for a 1/4 inch. All right, holding it down. And there's another 1/4 inch. Now, even though you're doing a 2-page spread, I would strongly recommend stopping at this point and moving to your 12-inch trimmer. And you are going to make sure that the tops of the swells are along that 1-inch line. And making a straight cut. Oops. There we go. Straight down. So now you have 4 pieces. And at this point too, if you wanted to do another option would be to do 3 swells and then the bottom cut and use that as an example or a different way that you can alter your layout. All right, and now we're going to do the 2nd page and we just repeat those steps. So line it up at the 1. Whoops, don't forget to move it down. All right, so I took the leftover paper and cut it into 2 equal pieces. You'll notice that I skipped the math on that because I messed it up. And now it is time to put these down. And honestly, because I cut it in a way that I am not 100% sure I like, I'm going to use this side, the darker purple flowery side. And this is where the repo tape is very important. So, oops. See, very important. Corner to corner, put it on down. Now here's another way you can alternate. Maybe you want it to have this look. This was done on a CM blog. Or you want to have those lighter pieces in there. So again, many different ways that you can use it to create your own. To stick with the pin, I am going to grab my silicone mat here. And I think I am going to put the lighter purple. So on the darker side, putting that on. And then if you want exact measurements, you can line it up correctly on your 13 by 13 mat. And put it down. So just rinse and repeat from here on out, however you want to create. You can even leave more space in between if you like. And give that dark bottom there to separate it. So that is roughly a 3-inch top border or side border. And then your bottom piece. All right, so there is one page. And I think I am going to mix it up here on the following page. Again, it all depends on your orientation and your paper and not losing all your pieces. Got stuck on my mat. I think I'm just going to keep that color throughout. So all right, come on, paper. There you go. And 2 more pieces. So hopefully you like this layout and can find different ways to utilize it. I'm going to put my tape down. And our last piece. So I can move that closer. And there we go. All right, so that is a quick way on how to put together 2-page spread, 2 different papers, one paper, several different ways to play. And I hope you get a chance to play, put those memories into a book, and share them. Thanks for watching. Please leave me any comments, and I will see you next week.